Hey Gemini, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of August general reading here. I'm going to start off with some animal energy and then go right into the cards. I will say, in your meditation, I saw, I got this feeling of basically getting something off your chest, speaking your truth, living in your truth. Because I saw you kind of writing with a calligraphy pen, getting all of it down, and then kind of releasing it through flame. And then I saw you like clearly on a beach after you had released whatever this is for you, going, I realize I have all that I need within and around me. I don't have a suitcase. I don't have any more baggage or luggage. I'm just good where I am. It feels like there's a release, an opportunity for release that is going to make you feel 1,000 pounds lighter. That's what I saw in your meditation. And some of you could actually be writers. Okay, let's get an animal energy from a Gemini. Ah, I love it. Ooh, you got the turtle. I don't think this has ever come up for you before. I love it. So the turtle is such a beautiful, 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 beautiful energy. And this is making me giggle on the inside because I remember what I just said about feeling like you're going to feel like 1,000 pounds lighter and that you have everything that you need with and around you. No suitcase, no luggage, no baggage. That is what the turtle is about. The turtle literally carries its home on its back. Right? There's no room to strap a suitcase on there. It's only going to what? Weigh it down. Right? It's a beautiful energy here. Now it is a slower moving energy, but it gets exactly where it's going every single time. And guess what? When it gets there, it has energy to spare because it didn't overexert. This also speaks to like within the turtle realm, if there's danger, if a turtle senses danger, the difference between like a turtle and a gazelle. If a gazelle hears danger, it's going to bolt off into a safe direction. The turtle just closes it doesn't have time to run away. It knows that. So it works with its strength and it literally like pulls all of its arms and legs in, his head in, right? And it's just that hard shell, right? Which is its protection from predators. So there's something about releasing what no longer works for you, feeling 1,000 pounds lighter, really coming from where you are and realizing that all you need, you have, right? Beautiful coming in here for you, Gemini. I'm working with a new deck today, really excited. I went on my yearly spiritual pilgrimage to a place called Lilydale in upstate New York, and they have a bunch of sweet, sweet things. And I got this new deck. It's Alice in Wonderland deck, and I'm so excited to use it. So here we go. What's going on for Gemini for second half of August? Oh, really? Strength. Isn't that so beautifully depicted with that deer there? So strength. This is lining up really, really beautifully. Again, just to repeat myself, the strength card speaks largely of knowing that you have everything within and around you that you need to move through whatever challenges may arise, to move through your own personal healing with grace and fluidity and faith, because this is largely about faith as well. I'm getting this feeling of solitude versus crowds. And I feel like I'm getting this message here for you that it's a time to really step into your independence in a newfound way. And I'm hearing to say this quote. It's not a direct quote, but basically, there's being alone with oneself. And then there's feeling lonely in a crowded room. Feeling lonely in a crowded room, feeling lonely within a relationship, feeling lonely when you are not actually physically alone is the worst. Very different than feeling, lonely when you are just by yourself. And there is this feeling of it's a time for you to really rely on yourself, right now. Now, not just yourself, absolutely turn to your guides, angels, higher spirit, higher power, whatever that is for you. But it's also, I'm getting back to this higher self feeling too. There's you that is the experiencer of what you're going through. And then there's the higher self, which maintains that aerial bird's eye perspective and view. I feel like you're being called upon to really be the air sign that you are. Look at it from that bird's eye view when you have moments of feeling kind of lonely, as it were. This is also a time to be particularly gentle. Self-care. I'm hearing self-care in a big way. Okay. What else is going on for my Gemini? Duh. So we got the High Priestess here. How gorgeous is that? Gorgeous. So I want to, you've got two majors here. Majors denote, kind of faded events, right? Faded events versus the minors, which is like if you see something you don't like, you can change it. So I feel the need to say that what you are going through, you are meant to, and it's kind of like a marker in the roadmap that you designed before you ever came down here. It feels really important to say that to you. Whatever your belief system, you are where you're supposed to be. You're where you're supposed to be. I just want to draw this parallel. So the High Priestess is about delving into the unknown, right? Those darker parts of our consciousness, so the unconscious, the subconscious, whatever that is, and finding the light within the darkness. Because do you see how Alice and this deer here, they're literally in the deepest, darkest part of the woods, right? And the High Priestess is about tapping into one's intuition to discern what is otherwise, undiscernible in the light of day, right? And this is so beautifully depicted because Alice here is looking into the mirror, and to me, she's looking at a future version of herself. So it's also, again, this is a beautiful opportunity through meditation and self-reflection, because I heard the song in your meditation. God, what is it? I think it's by One Republic, and it's like, I need another story, something to get off my chest. My life gets kind of boring. I need something that I can confess. When all the sheets are stained red with all the truth that I've said, combined honestly, I swear. Tell me what you want to hear, something that'll light those ears. I'm going to give all my secrets away. Okay? I actually remembered more lyrics than I thought I would because I'm not too familiar with that song, but hey, y'all. So it feels like you're being called to really, go into your intuition. The High Priestess is the best way that I could possibly think of, like I said, to achieve that bird's eye view. It just is. Go into your intuition, which is something that you can only do for and by yourself, to achieve a greater perspective, not just on where you are, but where you're going, right? It feels really important. Again, I'm getting this feeling of, time alone, solitary movement. If you are in a place where you're surrounded by a lot of people, you work around a lot of people, you may need to take an extra effort to carve out this alone time in quiet. Okay, but the fruits are going to be huge if you can do that. So let's get another one. Okay, we got you guys repped here with the Lovers. Yes, darling. You've got 3 major arcanas, guys. 3 major. Intense times, important times. Okay? Now, look at how beautifully this is depicted. Now, we know that the Lovers is about choices in love, but it's also choices that are made from the heart space and out of divine faith that everything is going to work out. So this is a warning here of this key. Oh, and the heart space. See the heart there? Oh my God, I'm obsessed. And she's wearing hearts, and I love this. So clever, this deck. So clever. When the heart chakra, the heart space, is the only point or part of our body or organ or whatever have you that literally cannot lie. It cannot lie. Our head can trick us a lot of the times because our ego comes into place, but our heart, never, ever, ever will it ever lead you astray. So when we make choices, when we have choices to make, right, like the Lovers denotes, when we have choices to make, if we make them not from our ego, not from a place of fear, not from a place of mental practicality, I'm hearing practicality as it were, if you make whatever choices you have coming up here from a place of self-love, you will not go wrong. I'm hearing self-love in a big way for you guys. Big way for you guys. So these choices that are coming to you, I'm hearing, I have this feeling that you have a lot of people or will have a lot of people around you that are going to give you their opinion. Unsolicited or no, it feels like there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and this could be you turning to people for advice. It could be even watching a lot of these videos, right? Because that's a form of like looking for guidance and what have you. But I'm hearing that this is a time, you can watch these videos and, take points of inspiration from them. That's really what they're for, in my opinion. It's like the starter fluid, but you gotta, make the actual fire. I'm hearing to really filter that out, because when people give you their opinions, you have to consider and understand that they can only come from their own point of perspective and experience. They can't really speak to your experience because they're not you. So even if they mean well, you always have to filter it through your own heart chakra. It is so, so important. I feel like you may be really thinking about like, where and how do you spend your time? Do you spend, the majority of your time doing things that are practical or that are, smart, so to speak? Or do you do things that quite literally fill your heart with joy and that are aligned with your soul's purpose, right? Because when we are doing things that are aligning with our soul's purpose, I'm telling you, it's the best feeling ever, 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 ever. And the heart chakra becomes very activated when we do that, right? Where we get into trouble is thinking like, well, how could I ever make money at that? And it's like, boop, boop, boop. The trick is to do it anyway, and then if it's aligned with your soul purpose, the money comes in really unexpected and delightful ways. Okay, let's get a clarifier for the Strength card. Okay, so we got the 7 of Cups here. So we know that this is, the brain fog, the mental fog, confusion, just feeling really pulled in a lot of different directions, fearful that we won't make the right choice. Right choice. Little quotes there, right? And this is the Strength. So I do feel like you have a lot of on your chest, kind of weighing on you, monkey on your back, so to speak. And just, this is the energy coming into this. So it does feel like, and again, what is the best cure for 7 of Cups? Take that bird's eye perspective, right? Because 7 of Cups, this rules feeling and emotion. This is when the emotions are dictating our actions, right? This is when we are feeling a lot of things, but we don't incorporate our mental sphere to make the decision to choose the right cup, the right cup, right? Let's just say the cup that is within our highest and best good. Let's get a clarifier for this High Priestess. Take your time with this too, I'm hearing. It feels like there's like a feeling of like a lack of time. Oh, gorge, okay. Woohoo! Okay, so we got the Page of Pentacles. You got another deer here. Love it. By the way, I think I said this, but I just feel the need to reiterate. The deer represents being gentle with oneself and others. This is the most gentle of the animal energies for me. So this is paired with the High Priestess, right? I'm telling you, this is going to bring in, diving into your intuition, really taking some time alone with your own feelings. I don't even want to say, it's with your own thoughts and feelings, but try to let the two hold hands, your thoughts and your feelings together. It feels like there's an imbalance between your thoughts and your feelings. It feels like you're very much in a place of feelings. And as, a fellow air sign, I completely understand when the thoughts are running the show. I know you understand that too. It feels like you are coming from a place of, and again here, this is, associated with water and earth, and it really feels like you're being called on to let your emotions inform you, but in order to inform you, they must be balanced and attended to. You might really find some great relief in just writing a lot of this stuff down. Write. But what this 7 of Cups is, I'm hearing that's going to be more beneficial to you than necessarily meeting up with your homies and talking it through, because then you're subjecting your feelings and what's going on for you to their energies. And even if they mean well, I don't feel like that is necessarily going to be as beneficial for you. I'm seeing the image of a Band-Aid. right? That feels very pertinent for you guys right now. And if you go to others for a whole lot of advice right now, it's going to be you have your Band-Aid and then they stick their Band-Aid on it, and then someone else sticks their Band-Aid on it, and then someone else sticks their Band-Aid. That's the image that I'm getting. This is a time for you to really turn to your guides and higher self, as opposed to other people. And I'm seeing that with this High Priestess, you are going to have a renewed sense of clarity. I feel like you're going to get a good idea. That's what it feels like. Because the Page of Pentacles is a new, fresh idea that has longevity, again with the realm of money and material things. You could even be in a place where you're thinking about doing something, you're thinking about just a change. Feels like there's a change that needs or wants to be made. It feels like somehow money or practicality is attached to that. If you go into High Priestess mode and really make time to meditate, you're gonna have some point of clarity around it or a great idea. It feels like you're opening up the blinds. Excuse me, and suddenly like the sun can get through because you took the time to go into the darkness. So you're going to flip this right upside down. Going into meditation, taking that time for yourself is going to go from moon on top to sun on top. It's going to result in illumination. We're going to flip that Seven of Cups, in the reverse upside down. So the clarifier for the lovers is the Ten of Cups. Now this did come up in the reverse. I want to draw the rainbow parallels here. I love it. The Ten of Cups, this is interesting. The Ten of Cups is very much about emotional fulfillment and partnership. Again, more cups here. And the fact that it's clarifying the lovers, I feel like you guys are coming to an impasse where it's like some decisions really need to be made. It could either be that the choices that you've made thus far have been involving or for the betterment of others around you, those that you love or in partnership with or family or friends or whatever have you. And I feel like you've had a lot of other people in mind when pursuing your own goals, happiness, again, with this feeling of like, it feels like there's a lack of being able to move at your own pace and take your time. And I feel like there are other people around you that either require things of you or you've always been there for them, so they just assume that you will keep being there for them in the same way that you have been before, even if you feel the need to take time for yourself and recharge and refuel your own self, refilling your own cup so that you can offer it to them. I'm hearing that right now it is not the time to take others' needs and concerns into consideration when it comes to your path moving forward. As a general rule, it's wonderful to obviously take others, needs and feelings and everything into account. I feel like you've already been doing that, perhaps too much. Perhaps to your own detriment. It's time to put yourself first, get your own needs met, so we can flip this Ten of Cups right side up. You're being called to make choices about your own personal happiness as opposed to involving someone or anyone else. Okay? That's what it feels like. Let's get to an oracle. I'm feeling this one. So this is another new deck that I got. It's Archangel Gabriel Oracle, and I love it so much. You're right. The little coffee break. Okay. What is the oracle for Gemini? Okay. Oh my God, all these oracles want to come out. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I was also hearing to get one from here. It's going to be double trouble. I like it. That's amazing. Perfect. So I'm going to start with this one because it absolutely aligns with what I was seeing in your meditation. So when we have autumnal equinox release, remember when I said at the beginning of this that your meditation felt like a lot of things that you needed to put down the luggage? The turtle has everything that he needs already. Release autumnal equinox. We are also approaching the autumnal equinox. I guess it's in about 5 or so weeks. It's September 21st, I believe. which I feel like is going to be it's going to be a beautiful point of release and newfound direction for you when that happens. But I'm hearing right now you have an opportunity to begin this process, let go of what no longer serves you. It feels like you have way too much on your back. It also feels like the throat chakra is clogged and you may need to speak your truth, especially when it's difficult to do so. In order to do that, you must go into High Priestess mode, get that bird's eye view, and discern what the truth is outside of emotion. Because when we speak our truth from a place of emotionality, it can be muddled, it can hurt others, it can be not exactly what we meant. But if we do it from a bird's eye view and then let the emotions and the mental sphere work together in tandem, that's the ticket. That's where we say exactly what we mean to say with compassion. That is it. If only more people could do that. If only more people thought to do that. Think about that. What kind of world would this be? Now, we also have, I'm so obsessed with this, deserving. Hi. You, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. That is fascinating. Okay. Do you see how homegirl up here is like, just give me a minute. That's what it feels like to me. Like, just give me a minute. I need this time, like, mommy showering or whatever that is. Or it's like, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Right? And then the angel down here, Gabriel's like, what are you? And she's like, I can't give no more handouts. I got to refill my own cup. That's exactly what this feels like to me. You, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. This is a time to do you. Handle what you need to handle. But first, get into alignment between your emotions and your mental sphere. That's what I'm getting. Please release the burdens. I feel like you need to speak a truth, or not that you need to, but you might be feeling the desire to speak a truth about getting your own needs met or an injustice of some kind or something like that, okay? But this is not a time to keep giving and putting others' needs before or even in the same line as your own. It's time to do you right now. It's important, okay? You've got 3 majors here. It's an important opportunity, I feel. Now, this is really interesting to me, and I'm going to tell you what this feels like. So, helping children, part of your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people. Now, for some of you could take this quite literally. In the broader scope, I feel like this is your inner child. I do. I feel like this is your inner child. And it's time to really, give it some attention, because I feel like there's this tension, like this bubbling up of words and thoughts and feelings that just want to come out. Again, I would recommend writing it down before you actually speak it. It's a good way to edit and process, right? But I feel like your inner child is very much calling for your attention right now. And I'm hearing to be your own mother. Be your own mother. Right? Think about an archetypal like Mother Mary. Think about like that image of what a good mother is. She's checking in on your needs. She's making sure that you take care of yourself. Right? How are you feeling? Are you sure you shouldn't take time to have a snack? Don't forget to eat lunch. Oh, this is bedtime. No stank. No, you got to get some sleep. Rest your mind. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Think about all of that. You're being asked to do that for yourself right now. To check in on yourself, to make sure you're getting all your needs met like you have been doing for other people. That's the key. It's important right now, okay? Because I do feel like you're being geared up for a lot of, I feel like you are being prepped and geared up for new energies to enter your life. New positive energies and new people, it feels like. New job opportunities or promotion, new people coming in, new love relationships, which can mean soul family, like friends, actual, romantic love, but it feels like before that can happen, you've got to release a lot of this baggage from the past so that new can come in. It can be baggage from the present as well, okay? All right, my lovely Geminis, this was your second half of August general reading. I so hope that this helped and resonated with you. If it did, and it did, please let me know in the comments below. And I just want to thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, just thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.